Hey guys, it's Dad Plays bringing you another PUBG Mobile video. This time, finally showing you guys my PUBG Mobile sensitivities. I've been getting asked for years to make this video. Several comments popping up and all over. People have been asking for my sensitivities, both mobile and emulator. So today I decided I would make the video. If you've been waiting for a long time for this video, I apologize for how long it took me to make it. But if you enjoyed it, make sure you go down below and smash the like button for me. Make sure you subscribe and turn the bell notifications on too. So to start with, I'm going to go over my mobile sensitivities and then we'll go over my emulator sensitivities. I start off by just hitting the high button for the overall. Most of my sensitivities are just set to high. Camera sensitivity for the free look button is third person at 120%, camera at 120%, and first person at 84%. The next area down is the camera settings. My third person no scope is set at 120%, my first person no scope at 104%, my red dot holographic and aim assist set at 60%, my 2x scope set at 36%, my 3x scope set at 27%, my 4x scope set at 17%, my 6x scope set at 14%, and my 8x scope set at 12%. Now, if you had to ask me what my favorite scope is, I'm gonna have to go with my 6x scope. It's the one I've dialed in the most. My 6x and my 3x scope sensitivities are paramount to me. These are what I spray people down with the most. It's my favorite scope. So those are my most dialed in sensitivities. Scrolling down to the next area, and what I consider the most important area would be your ADS sensitivities. For third person no scope, I have 120%. For first person no scope, I have 104%. For red dot holographic and aim assist at 60, 2x scope at 36%, 3x scope at 27%, 4x scope at 17%, 6x scope at 14%, and you got the 8x at 12%. I have my sensitivity set on high so that if somebody's directly behind me, it's not going to take me much to flick my finger, turn around, and spray them down with accuracy. So for my gyroscope settings, I play on what I consider high gyro as well. My third person no scope and my first person no scope are both set at 230%. These would only take effect if I played full gyro, which I don't typically play full gyro. In some situations I will, but most of the time I play scope only. For my red dot set at 270%, my 2x scope at 175%, my 3x scope at 135%, my 4x scope at 75%, my 6x scope at 50%, and my 8x scope at 42%. Alright, moving on to the next part of the video, we're going to go over my emulator sensitivity settings. One thing that you have to keep in mind with emulator sensitivity settings is the DPI of your personal mouse. So the DPI on my mouse that I run is at 600. So these sensitivities are going to be tuned to a 600 DPI mouse. If you're near there, then these are probably going to work for you. If your DPI is higher than 600, you're going to want to tweak these up higher just a little bit. On the emulator, I just hit the low button and then change a few settings to my liking. My camera sensitivity in the free look area, my third person camera is at 80%, my first person camera is at 56%, and the camera itself is set at 80%. Next area down, my third person no scope, 35%, first person no scope, 35%, red dot at 40%, 2x scope at 24%, 3x scope at 14%, 4x scope at 10%, 6x scope at 8%, and 8x scope at 7%. The settings that I change from low in my sensitivity areas on the scopes are the 3, the 6, the 4, and the 8. I bump them down each one notch because I feel like even at low, they're still a little high. In the ADS sensitivity area, I have them pretty much the exact same. Third person no scope 35, first person no scope 35, red dot 40, 2x 24, 3x scope 14, 4x scope 10, 6x scope 8, and 8x scope at 7%. Gyroscope for emulator is non-existent, so these do not matter at all down below here on gyro. If you're wondering what emulator I'm using, it's the Game Loop emulator. I've been using it since the beginning of my streaming career. One of the coolest things about the Game Loop emulator is that it puts you in emulator only servers, so you're only going against other mouse and keyboard users. When I don't feel like playing on a mobile device, I play on the Game Loop emulator. Okay, now that we've gone over all the sensitivities, let's watch a few clips demonstrating them. Yep. Laser, dude.
There's one more.
Oh, coming up behind us.
It's the team.
Squad wipe. If you've been waiting for a long time for this video, I apologize for how long it took me to make it. But if you enjoyed it, make sure you go down below and smash the like button for me. Make sure you subscribe and turn the bell notifications on too. Stay positive, uplift those around you, and always do the right thing. Peace out, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hit him a couple times.
Fall down, fall down.
Okay.
Get out of here, bros.
Dude!
With
They don't know who they're messing with.
With the deagle! They had good guns too.